Hey man, stay safe world here. You already know what's going on, man. If this Black History Month couldn't get even more insane, man, or crazy, we gotta talk about this Isaiah Rashad situation, man. He basically has a video that leaked of him sucking another dude's in a fucking like porn setting, basically with two other dudes, man. But before we get into that information, man, I'm gonna need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, and let's run this up. So if you came on here thinking I'm gonna play the video, you're wrong as fuck. And fucking, I don't know, you can find that shit on Twitter, but besides the fact that this shit is like out, I mean, like, number one, whoever the fuck leaked that shit is a lower down trash individual. Why the fuck would you even leak that with someone else, like, basically as a rapper in their career? Like, not saying that it's like bad now for that type of shit to come out, but it's like, obviously, like, for people coming out and stuff, like, they come out at their own speed. They don't want to be like forced to come out to the whole world, especially on a giant platform like that. Like, you wildin' for that, B. Like, why would you even think that that was okay? That's number one. Number two, I was not expecting this. Number three, I don't think anyone else was expecting it. And like, honestly, in a whole, the sex tape in general, I mean, like, celebrity sex tapes, I feel like they barely even be leaking, and when they do, they're usually just, I mean, not very surprising. But I'd say this one is pretty surprising, not gonna lie. I mean, like, it doesn't, I still fuck with Isaiah Rashad and his music and everything this nigga does. And the fans' response to this, I mean, it's not really super surprising. They all came to his side and like basically showed hella love, like, which is really good. I feel like a lot of times in the rap community, there's just like so much like homophobia sometimes, and like people that are afraid of like other people really being themselves, that it's like, man, like, let niggas live, bro. Like, y'all old head generation ass shit like need to stop. And like, this is the world that we live in, you feel me? Like, people are gonna do what they want to do, people are gonna be who they are, so it's like, we shouldn't judge niggas. But who we should judge is the person that released that shit, because they are wild and they just put that shit on Twitter. And in case you didn't even know, this is basically the number one thing trending on Twitter right now, and it's just like out there. You can scroll down, you'll see that shit in like 2 minutes, man. It's just wild, bruh. And they got, it's like not even the type of situation where you could say like, nah, that wasn't me. Like, niggas got that in 4K, so it had to be someone that was close, which is like always kind of the rap rule, you know? Like, the people that are your closest are the people that you have to watch out for, you know? Like, that's how it is at the end of the day. You really got to keep your friends close and your enemies closer, because it's like, if they leaking like this type of private stuff, this is like the equivalent of someone like leaking a social security number or address or something. It's like, man, you really got to have like better people in your circle that you really trust, because that shit is messed up. It could have been out of spite, it could have been out of jealousy or something, it could have been a relationship type issue. Honestly, we don't even know. There needs to be more details with it. But I mean, as it goes, I feel like, honestly, it probably wouldn't hurt his career. Like, honestly, it probably might even help his career and boost his career. I would say so now, because at least it makes him relevant. I feel like nowadays with music, to get to that next level, unless you're like been rapping for damn near 10 years, like consecutively on some Drake level shit, I feel like it sometimes takes a sacrifice. It might either be a sacrifice of your private life, sacrifice of something like that. I mean, look at Kim. She had a whole sex tape that leaked, and now she's huge. So like, maybe this might just help him. And it's not like his fans are super toxic in a way that they're gonna like fucking like hate him for it. And his fan base is like one of the most genuine like fan bases. I mean, like, everyone who listens to TDE is an intellectual. Sure, there'll probably be that one guy that's like, hey, the black man needs to, but nah, bro. But all I gotta say is, no homo, but this dude went crazy with the shit. It's like, man, how did they get that footage? Like, that's what I'm saying, man. They really had him in 4K. It was no doubting who it was. My guy was like going ham on it. Like, I had to look just for like the fucking, to make sure for 100% proof who it was and if it was real. And it's no doubt that it's this dude, man. And honestly, he hasn't spoken out on it, and I feel like it's the type of thing that it's delicate to talk about. And obviously, I mean, since he hasn't been doing it like super out and about like that, like, we probably weren't gonna like really see him talk about it too much, like really like recently. and like this literally just happened, but it's just kind of a surprise that it came out in the way that it did. Like I would have never expected that an artist would come out, would be forced to come out like this. Like it's kind of messed up, like if you ask me. Like I feel like most of the times like people kind of have shit on lock, and then like when they come out, they come out like how they want to in their own terms. But like this was definitely not one of those situations, and ultimately I feel like it comes down to whoever released that is a trash person, human being in general. But I mean, at the end of the day, I don't really see, I mean, like sure there might be some downside, but I feel like it's mostly upsides from here. And at least it came out in this sort of way. I mean, like it would have broke the news even if it was like him coming out himself, but like this is just gonna send shockwaves, and I feel like maybe it would benefit his music. But man, let me know in the comments, y'all think that's gonna benefit his music, or you think that it's gonna go all downhill from here, man? But hey, real stay shit, you already know what's going on. Like, comment, subscribe, run this up, man. Peace.